We're doing our ritual today in the style of nDraíocht, druidry. That translates from the Irish as a druid fellowship or our druidry, depending on who you ask. This might be both. Our ritual response in this tradition is bishe away. Don't try to spell it, just know that it's bishe away when you say it. And that is Gaelic for so be it. In this style, we seek a balance between the earthly and the extra-earthly realms, spirits that reside in all places, and reality to all of those beings, including the ones that we are specifically asked to join us. There are some roles often shared among a team of facilitators that Jamie and I are going to shoulder ourselves. So I'll be functioning today as your chieftain, which is the person who does to let you know what is happening here in hospitality to elsewhere, while Jamie serves as sacrificer to take our offerings from here to elsewhere. The other roles we'll be filling today, Jamie will be our bard. There is if you don't already know it, and I will be serving as our seer. Towards the end of ritual, I will take an omen to make sure that the work we have done is pleasing and viewed as complete. I think that's all of that. So we're working today with Gaia's patron of the year, the Morrígan, and she is a complicated deity. And Rigan for queen. But more in Proto-Indo-European can be spelled two ways. With an accent over the O is great, but more without an accent means phantom. So great queen or the phantom queen, depending on who you ask. For today's work, where we are going to meet our shadow self, we will be calling her as Morrígan. So when in doubt, accent the E, not the O, and we're good to go. Hello, Dr. Seuss. Thank you for your visit today. So in psychology, the shadow as defined in the Jungian school is that about those things themselves to mask over or hide or not acknowledge, the things we would prefer other people not know, and in some cases that we might not know about ourselves. But as people of power who do magic in the world and create change in our local and our broader communities, it is our responsibility to be whole and complete people. And we have to meet and later integrate with our shadow to be able to do that. Today's work, if you choose to go all the way through it, is the beginning of a pretty long process of becoming a whole person. It is intense. I've done the guided meditation and there was a lot. So we have some tissues. If you are going to need them, please come and get them at any time. If at any point in the guided meditation or before it, you decide today is not the day for that, that's okay. I would invite you to be comfortable in the kids' space room down the hall, and we'll come get you when it's offerings. And if today is not the day, this is being recorded. You can undertake it anytime that is the day. All of that being said, remember that darkness is not all harmful or bad or in any way negative. Darkness is where the light isn't, but it's also where intuition is. Hi, Katie. Darkness is also where our intuition lives. It is where anything below our rational mind lives. When we do any act of magic and escape our monkey brain, it is coming from a place of darkness. So by integrating our shadow, not only do we make ourselves more stable in who we are, we make ourselves more powerful and capable. So I hope that today is your day. And we've chosen to do this work at the time of the new moon, the dark of the moon, because this is a time when we can have uninterrupted access to the concept of darkness and to the light of the stars, which often in a lot of witchcraft traditions, we skip past the stars because let's talk about the moon. Well, right now there is no moon. So we'll look at the rest of the sky instead. If today does become a lot, I completely understand and want to say up front that neither of your facilitators are trained counselors. We will support you the best we can, but withdraw early and steward yourself however you might need to. Last thing, during the guided meditation, there will be a portion where you are invited to approach your shadow self and accept a blessed drink from them. If you are the sort of person that trances with a soft gaze and can move while meditating, feel free to come and receive a cup at the altar during the meditation. If you're not the sort of person that meditates that way, hi, it's me, that is okay. It's the same thing that we're doing for the blessing cup, so you're going to get the blessing one way or the other. And I think that is all the pre-stuff.
We light our chalice today with words from Lucia Gray. My other half, the side facing the ashen ground, on the dark side of the moon, needs all your love, not half. Also,
You stay away.
you stay away. Also, I'm going to teach you the chorus to the song that we'll be singing later so that you can also sing along. Thankfully, there's only 4 lines and 2 of them are repeated. So it goes like this, and then I'll teach it line by line. By fire and by water, between the earth and sky, we stand like the world tree rooted deep, crowned high. By fire and by water, between the earth and sky, we stand like the world tree rooted deep, crowned high. So I'll say the words and you say them back to me. By fire and by water, by fire and by water, between the earth and sky, between the earth and sky, we stand like the world tree, we stand like the world tree, rooted deep, crowned high. Rooted deep, crowned high. And I will sing a line and then you sing it back to me. By fire and by water, between the earth and sky. By fire and by water, between the earth and sky, we stand like the world tree rooted deep, crowned high. We stand like the world tree rooted deep, crowned high. Now put that all together, and then we'll say it so many times during the song that it'll be there. By fire and by water, between the earth and sky, we stand like the world tree rooted deep, crowned high. By fire and by water, between the earth and sky, we stand like the world tree rooted deep, crowned high. And it won't be too much longer before we use that song. So we begin our ritual by making offering. She who underpins all life. Without her, there would be no life, and so we honor her first. You stay away. We continue inspiration, and we offer inspiration, sweet honey, that our words be sweet, that our words be pleasant to those who hear them. You share away. You
Share
share.
away. Before we go any further, if anyone is feeling the need of self-stewardship to not be part of the core working, we are glad to clap you out to enjoy the Kid Space room at this time. In a position or posture of moving, I invite you to body or in spirit, or make yourself comfortable sitting, whichever is better to help you ground. And begin when you have settled by taking a deep breath. Follow that breath down to your core. Feeling your center expand and sink into the chair, into the floor. Allow your awareness to continue drifting down, reaching like the roots of a great tree through the floor, through the earth and the substructure below, past the water table and the bedrock, down and down. Reach the spinning molten core of the earth. And allow yourself to draw some of that hot, powerful energy up along that line you have traveled, up through your feet and legs, past your pelvis, to approximately your solar plexus. Feel that exchange as you breathe in and draw up the heat, and allow that which has made you feel stagnant to flow out, to be transformed. Float up from your heart, past your head, up through the ceiling, looking down on the ground, right until Lenexa becomes a tiny spot. The ground falls farther and farther away, past the atmosphere, into the darkness of space, stretching out like the branches of a great tree toward the cool brightness of the stars. Let that star fire come down and touch your outstretched consciousness, racing back along the line of your perception, down and down down toward you. Through the crown of your head, down past your throat, down past your heart, reaching to the solar plexus point where it meets hot rising power from the earth. Allow these energies to swirl, mix, and flow past one another. The light of the stars flowing down through the core of the earth, and the heat of the earth's core flowing up to the stars through you. With Zoom wanting to drop today. So we will be potentially having that happen again. Hopefully not, as we're coming out of a meditation, but we will do what we need to do, including re-record some things later. Having centered ourselves, we now seek to purify by water. I left this water out last night to be blessed by the stars and absence of the moon and got some bonus rainstorm energy. So it is quite potent. And I invite you to wash or spritz or simply dip your hands as works for your practice. We are purified. Share away.
You share away.
Having prepared ourselves, we now begin to reconstruct the cosmos, to create a meeting place for all the worlds where we can undertake our work. Part of which is to call for peace between the realms of our world. So as this comes to you, I invite you to hold it up and say, we remember the land and ask the land not open up and swallow us.
You remember the land and ask the land not open up and swallow us.
We remember the sky and ask that the sky not fall down upon us.
You remember the sky and ask that the sky.
We remember the seas seas not rise up and drown us.
We remember the seas and ask the seas not rise up and drown us.
With peace between the realms here,
We now make offering to the outdwellers, to those who would not assist us in our work today. Stoke fear of our darkness within, those who would oppose a greater union of all the parts of ourselves, and those who would avoid this work in search of comfort. We offer the comforting candy of Grandma's purse. As I make this offering, please turn away. The offering has been made. You share away.
share away. We now seek to establish a connection from the realms of the world to the realms of the worlds, which is when we will sing that song Jay taught us before.
So if you know all the song, please feel free to sing along, or you can. Come we now to the well, the eye and the mouth of earth. Come we now to the well and still sing. The waters of rebirth. Come to the well, together we sing. By fire, water between the earth and sky, we stand like the world tree rooted deep, crowned high. By fire and by water between the earth and sky, we stand like the world tree rooted deep, crowned high. We will kindle a fire alight beneath the moon. We will and offerings pour. We will kindle a fire alight beneath the moon and sun. We will kindle a fire, our spirits will soar. By fire and by water between the earth, we stand like the world tree rooted deep, crowned high. By fire and by water and sky, we stand like the world tree rooted deep, crowned high. Gather we by the tree, the root and the crown of all. Gather we by the tree, below and above. Gather we by the tree together in wisdom and love. By fire and by between the earth and sky, we stand like the world tree rooted deep, crowned high. By fire and by water between the earth and sky, we stand like the world tree rooted deep, crowned high.
With the way prepared, we call for aid. A gatekeeper to walk between the worlds for us and open the doors that we might set our offerings where they need to go and receive blessings from where we ask they come. Here, guardian of the boundary waters, we call Manannan MacLear, finder of lost things. We call you. Manannan MacLear, keeper of the silver branch which carries golden apples, we call to you. Manannan, grandson of Danu Thrulir, thrice have I called to you. Aid our rite today by making the way clear for those who would join us with good intent and strong help. And may you dissuade and confuse those who would wish us ill, cloaking them in mist and turning them about 9 times 9, until they know neither where they came nor to where they go. Mananan Maclear, accept this our offering, and join your power unto mine, and let the gates be open. Share away.
Share away.
The gates between realms open. We now call the first of our aiding spirits 3 kindreds.
We make offering to the nature spirits, those who walk the path beside us. Nature spirits, aid us as we aid you.
Nature spirits, aid us as we aid you.
To the ancestors, walk the path before us. Remember you.
Ancestors, remember as we remember you.
And to the shining ones, those who guide us along our path, honor us as we honor you. Shining ones, honor us as we honor you. Stay away.
I call now to the patron of our rite. Morrígan, Queen of Shades. Morrígan, chooser of the slain. Morrígan, wash and seer of faith. Thrice do I call, and thrice upon your aspects of darkness. For today, I and these here seek in the realm of darkness to meet our shadow, seeing that which we hide and which is hidden from us. We ask that you stand with us in your might, some of your great, that we might understand and withstand what we see. Through your help, come to understand in the knowing of our own shadow. Morrígan, hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome. We're now going to begin the work of the day. And we're going to start by conducting a self-inventory. And if you've brought your journal, this will be a good time to write in it as you try to answer these questions. I'll give everybody a chance to get things out before I start giving you the questions, so you don't forget.
seeing people in sort of a mixture of places. If you're still journaling, feel free to continue with your self-inventory. If you're finished, you could start the divination. So if you brought your divinatory tool of choice, feel free to get that out now. And if divination tool, we have many up at the offering table.
If you want divination tools that aren't the ones that are directly on the table, the box at the end of the table has even more.
Just say, or did
The only preset question is, what do I not see of my, or what do I not know of my hidden self? And from there, I continue drawing from there, following your intuition. This felt very much like something not to be overly prescriptive. But if you are stuck at any point, we are both available to check in. We'll give it a few more minutes. It looks like everyone is still fairly actively divining. We might also ask, is there anything asked to say I need to? ahead and finish your thoughts. Bring into fullness these ideas of self. I'm going to be turning off the overhead light. As I invite you to make yourself comfortable. That might be in a chair, on the floor, sitting up or lying down, standing possibly, but a position of comfort. In your comfortable space, allow your breath to settle. Feel the weight of it reaching down to the pit of your abdomen. The weight of your body in this place. And allow your thoughts to drift. As they do, acknowledge any stories or needs that arise, and in so doing, release those. Your worries and your needs can wait for this. As your cares fall away, follow your breath inward, down to the soles of your feet, and back up to the crown of your head. And let your attention then drift to your heart. Travel inward to the chambers of your heart, through the light given off by the neural tissue that lives there, processing your emotional signals, converting them into things your mind can understand. Travel through that light past the thoughts, past the impulse itself, into that place where your spirit dwells. Finding there a garden by the work, art, and relationships of your life. As you emerge from light into this place, take stock. Are things healthy? Are there patches of this place that need watering? That need weeding? Are there areas in need of a fresh planting? Does your garden tell you what these areas of yourself? Take note where your needs are. Continue walking into the depths of yourself, past the outer edges of your soul's garden, and approach the structure that you find at the center. It reveals itself to be an open-roofed atrium with an altar. Standing before that altar is a shadowy outline covered in silver fire, holding a beautiful chalice, out of which rises more silver flame. As you step closer, you can see the sky and realize now the flame is coming from above. The moon is dark and absent. The light of innumerable stars flood the sky, outlining this figure and filling the chalice they hold. At your approach, the light intensifies. You realize this is a version of yourself holding the chalice. You behold all the things about yourself press, hide, and mask over, blessed by the very light of the stars and heavens. With a hopeful look, they offer you a blessing cup, a chalice brimming with clear, beautiful, star-kissed water. Will you take up the chalice from your shadow self? They hope to become a true and full part of you again. Being willing to accept the blessing of the skies from them is the first step to acknowledging that even those selves that we flee from are blessed. If you are able, thank your shadow, drink deep, and know that the sweet, light-filled water will quench any thirst. If you refuse the chalice today, know that this offer is always available to you when you are ready to accept these blessings from the whole of yourself. Allow my words to drift by you for a time as you focus on your heartbeat and tend to the needs of your garden. Any tools you need to do so will make themselves available to you. Seek, find them. If you accept the chalice, drink it down. And the radiance of the stars spreading through you, radiating from your chest, outward and down your arms, up and around your head, down your spine and through your legs, until you are suffused with light. Are there portions of your garden you wish to water with this blessed light water? Return to the altar, giving the chalice to your shadow self with thanks. The light from above continues to stream down, filling the chalice once more, leaving a filled, gleaming chalice of starlight. Take as many trips to and from the altar to portions of your garden as you need. If you have drifted away from my words, let them come back to you now. When you have finished tending your garden, return any tools, resting place, or your chalice to the altar and self in the center of the atrium. This place is your center, and the bright star fire of inspiration is always available to you here. But for now, it is time to leave. Look to the outer edges of your garden and see there a gleaming gate. This is the light of your heart. Step back towards it. Walking into the light of your heart's mental relays. Following that light out of the garden, into your heart, up through the bright space between, and into consciousness of your body. Feel the weight of your arms and legs. Press down with your hands. Feel what is under your hands becoming more and more solid. And as you follow that awareness through your body and into the space, slowly begin to open your eyes. Allowing yourself to see the space you are in, first as light, then textures, then colors, and the materials of things and people that surround you here in the material and physical world. Take one final deep breath. Stretch. And know that the inspiration you have received is yours to carry and continue in accordance with your own will. Share away.
Share away.
I think that's how we had it.
Oh,
Okay.
Yep.
If you're feeling still a little bit, there's some sweet potato crackers over here, so you're welcome to have a couple of them, napkins too. Make sure that I'm not, yeah. So we've come to the point in our ritual where we are going to do praise offerings. And I'm going to explain how that works. This is an opportunity for you to make offering to any powers that you desire, perhaps a personal patron or an ancestor, If you don't really have anything like that in mind, and perhaps today's work has given you inspiration to make offering to Morrígan, or you want to make an oath based on the things that you've learned today, though that would be appropriate as well. As far as things that you can put in the offering bowl, pretty much anything you brought is fair game. Paper is okay, food is okay, wine and whiskey and that sort of thing. If you didn't bring anything, but you want to be able to make an offering, you can use some of the wheat that I used at the beginning of the ritual, and it is wheat. So if you have a gluten issue, don't touch it. You can use some of these lovely succulent strawberries. Or you can use some of this lovely whiskey.
They can also use the bread.
Oh, yes, or the bread, which is gluten-free and dairy-free. Yeah.
Also egg-free. It's a vegan, gluten-free bread, held together by magic and stardust.
So we wrap up praise offerings, and we are going to do the Gaia offering in just a moment. Matt is taking an omen for the work that we do today. It is live without a net. If the omen is good, if the omen isn't good, we make more offerings. But while he works on that, I will pass around our offering leaf. I know most of you make your donations online, and that's lovely, but if you have anything to share with us today, that's great. You can also just share energy. And we also appreciate everyone's sharing of their time to help keep our community moving. And while I do that, we're going to talk about what's going on next week. If I am remembering this correctly, Saturday is Ritual for Business.
That's correct.
At 10 a.m. So that will be on Zoom. That is a time when we talk about the business of the community. And we try very hard to stay on topic. Also, next Sunday, I did not look to, I'm sure somebody here knows. Is that a form or a class? Okay, so we'll be talking about that. Next Sunday, that'll be a little bit different from what we did today. And then the week after that is Samhain, which will be even more different. What's that? No, it's not. We don't do games night in person anymore. So if you are interested in playing games, they do have games night here every Wednesday at 6. And it would be anybody who comes from Gaia and then anybody who comes from Swoosh. I'm sure us. And I hear theirs is pretty family friendly. So that would be awesome if you wanted to join them.
So for Samhain, we'll have our ancestor altar, and we'll read the names of those people who have passed in the year since last Samhain. So if you have names, you can. We'll post it on Facebook and Discord, as well as the website. You can comment with the names or send the names to ritualists@GaiaCommunity.org. And then we'll also be letting go of things, particularly magical, finished with. That have we'll actually have a burning, an actual burning out there in the so you can bring things probably that are actually burnable. And then if you have lovely things that you want to let go of, as we head into the new year, we'll bring those. Yeah.
Names of the deceased, do they have to be only human?
No. And if there are, and so if there are celebrity names that you're concerned with too, please send those to us.
As is well known, celebrities are not human.
I was talking about my familiar, but.
Okay.
Thank you so much, community.
And we're looking at having a potluck too.
Oh, good.
Yeoman is good. Yeoman is, well, this is the deck of being incredibly unsubtle. So it is good in like fashion. The initial answer to the question, has our work today been successful, has accepted, was the Temperance card. So as we are seeking balance in ourselves, the answer we got was balance. The follow-up question of, was this the right work to undertake at this time, was the King of Pentacles. And in this deck, the King of Pentacles is a figure balanced atop a giant pentacle, holding one in his hand of action, a figure of trustworthiness and savvy. So it is the work we needed to undertake, and we've done it with panache. Was our work accepted? The Six of Wands, which in this deck is a cat parading on top of a fence with its prey in its mouth, showing off to all the other cats how victorious and powerful it is. So our work is good. We have done that which we needed to do, and it has indeed been accepted, perhaps with a little humor.
Can you pour some more tiny cups?
I can. We should see what tiny cups people would like.
So you have a choice in what you would like to have in your little tiny cup of blessing cup today. You can either have apple cider from Lewisburg Cider Mill, which means it's excellent, or you can have some whiskey.
Which is also excellent.
Which is also excellent. Sorry.
I see one for whiskey. 2 for whiskey. 3, 4 whiskey.
Cider.
All right.
Bring around some of the cider. Got some cider. Cider. I'll get more.
Hey,
But you guys are whiskey, so I'm just gonna grab one more. Put the whiskey, get that out there. Your whiskey, right? So there's cider. I'm gonna swallow something that has sugar in it.
oh,
We have enough cider.
what if I want one?
Oh, sure. Whiskey. Whiskey. There's more than one kind of whiskey, but this is Irish whiskey.
The son of Aaron.
Well, Sons of Aaron is made locally, isn't it? In the Irish style.
Sure. So, as we have offered hospitality and power to the powers that be, they then return blessings to us. Stay away. That is very tasty.
Mhm.
Are there seconds?
There is so there.
There
Okay,
is so much cider.
and there's also a full cup of whiskey that hasn't been poured, hasn't been drank from, so there's plenty.
But before we partake of multiple blessing cups, we will close the portals and return this space to a regular space, and also be sure that we have ended the ritual on time for anyone who might need to get going. Morrígan, Queen of Shades. Morrígan, Chooser of the Slain. Morrígan, Washer at the Ford and Seer of Fate. My thanks to you for standing by us as we journeyed into the shadow and back. Through your mighty aid do we all remain. Through your great help, ere you return to your lands and domains, home is made. These fine our thanks. Morrígan, hail and well met.
Hail and well met. We give thanks to those three kindreds. We give thanks to the shining ones who guide us along the path. We give thanks to the nature spirits who
Once again, to our gatekeeper. Manan and Maclear, God of the sea, rider of bearer of the answerer, keeper of the crane bag. Thank you for your presence here today. May our be accepted. May your blessings be on our lives. And may we remember always the wisdom of your stories and the power of your lessons. And now, join once more your power unto mine, and let the gates be closed. This well, only water. This fire, only flame. This tree, only a memory. Sheaway.
share. If you will rise as you're able and join me in.
Feel free to unmute.
Are we
We're not touching. You can touch if you want to. You can leave your foot and all right. And I will do this, Colin. This circle is open but unbroken. This circle is open but unbroken. May the peace of the goddess go in our hearts. Of the goddesses go in our hearts. And the dance of the god enliven our days. And the dance of the gods enliven our days. And may we care for the earth and each other. And may we care for each other because our lives depend on it. Because our lives depend on it. Merry meet, merry heart, and merry